Hello, I'm Dutch.
And I'm Thomas.
And I'm not here to talk about how the sun can give you maybe enough vitamin D. No, I'm here to talk about Thomas's future daily driver, the 2009 Mini Cooper S convertible. Now, this is the first convertible we've ever done. Now, these things go back a long time. Mini was still made in the 60s. They had the Cooper that was even smaller. It was even more mini. So this is mini, but the old ones were really mini. And this key fob, you've never really seen that because the way you start it is crazy. I'll show you that. And it makes a lot of noise, kind of like the Infiniti QX60, which I did a while back, a few videos back. Now, when you look at this, you're thinking about the Subaru Ascent when it had that carbon fiber looking thing. It doesn't look like carbon, but it's the same meaning. It's for like rock, so it doesn't hit paint. It's actual paint. It scratches the whole car up. When you look at the side skirt, it's just so sporty looking. That's because it's the Cooper S. And the S in Cooper S stands for sport. So it has denser suspension, it's got a better gearbox, and things like that. And it's a manual, by the way. I'll show you that. And then you have this. Whenever you open the door, you can't like jiggle. There's a little button inside the handle. And that's how you do it. When you shut it, the window goes up just a smidge, kind of like the Dodge Challenger these days. And these mirrors, too, they're very chrome. You can see everything. You can even see my ugly face right there, which is really nice. And then you see this really cool S in the little, I don't really know what you call it, but this little circular blinker thing, it's astonishingly cool. And these wheels, these tires, they're very sporty. It makes these turns a little bit sharper and stuff like that. And these rims, too, they're very cool. Whenever Cooper released this one, the 2009 one, people were not expecting these kind of rims to be on it. Now the hood, when it opens, some people notice, but most people don't. The headlights don't go with it. The headlights stay here when you open the hood. So this whole ring goes up. All of this just goes up with the hood. And you have a really nice hood there. And then this grill looks like a mustache. It doesn't look bad. And you have cool plates, obviously. Now people always wonder what is this chrome thing for. It's still whenever you hit the headlight windshield wiper things, this thing will pop out and it sprays this whole headlight to clean it off. Whenever it gets really dirty and grimy. And then you have these, which they're not like a Jeep. The windshield don't come down, even though it's a convertible. Obviously, they don't hit. I really don't know why these are here, so I'm sorry. So the interior. This is the astonishing part. How you start this thing is crazy. So, like I said, it starts extremely weird. My voice kind of echoes because, well, you'll see in a minute because it's just a tight, enclosed space. Whoops. So here's how you start. You get this side with the buttons, and you insert it here. And you go until it clicks. So, okay, there you go. So when you do that, that means now it has to make sure you hear a little click when you do it. So because it's a manual, as you can see here, a 6-speed, you push in the clutch and you hit the button. It's already a lot louder. It's really loud. And this air conditioning is loud too. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put down this roof. You just push it that way, and it takes a little bit of time. When it gets all the way down, and it's also electric, so all these windows go down, and it makes a buzzing noise as it goes down. All the way. And that is our first convertible going down. It's electric. That's good. So it does make a lot of good noise, kind of like the QX60 like it did in the Infiniti. It makes some great noise. It has a handbrake. So you can see this handbrake as it goes. You could yank it and you could drift it, but this thing can't because, well, it has extremely sharp steering. Now, I can't move this because if I do, the moment I move this gear shift, it's going to start rolling forward. And you have these gauges. This is the really cool part about minis because you have this huge racing gauge because whenever you're driving really fast and you're looking, you need to look at a big gauge because if it's super small, you may not be able to see it that easy. Nothing is digitally, and there's no digital screens, which is okay. It's an '09. They didn't really have those. It doesn't have backup cameras, stuff like that. They didn't really have those back then. You have your RPMs, And this gauge right here, it's hard to see a little bit, but this tells you how much time your roof has been down on the car. That's cool, and that can really come in handy when you really need it. And you have a really nice stereo set. You have speakers in the back. It's very tight. You have this chrome racing roll cage looking thing. This thing's clearly not meant for rolling, especially when the roof's up, because it's mostly plastic. When you're done with this car and you want to turn it off, you just hit that button and you pop the key back out. Simple as that. No questions asked. And then you see these all of the buttons and knobs in this car are really, really cool because they're all chrome and you get this big antenna. It's the way Mini designed this car is astonishing, really. And the gas mileage is pretty good because it's a standard, so you won't be using the engine. You can just let it kind of stall as you're going downhill, so you're not even using the engine. And here's the really cool part. It won't do it. Maybe you hit it. It won't do it. My bad. Because the roof's down. But it'll only do it when the roof's up. When the roof's up, this thing goes down instead of up, like you would expect. So it just goes like that, and it goes backwards. And then you have these really cool, kind of big bore, very jiggly exhaust pipes. They look really cool. They're kind of chromish, and this thing just makes a beautiful noise, as you've already heard. Now the crazy thing is this thing is light, but it's a 4-cylinder, not a V6, not a V8, but it's 4 cylinders. That's a good, and because of how light it is, when you're driving, you got your foot down, you're gonna pick up some speed really, really quick. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Thomas's future daily driver. That is my review on the '09 Mini Cooper S convertible. Later.